victory over
Team
TCH. So now if you're Team TCH, what do you want to do differently this time? What do we see? What did we see that last game?
I don't know. Like, in that last game, we saw like a tremendous lineup by TCH to have a very, very powerful team. We were just talking about this during kind of our break, and how you can have Siren kind of going in there to shut everything down with her song, follow up with the Disruptor's Field and some static chucked in there just to shut everybody up who's trapped inside of that kinetic field, or the kinetic field thingy. That's a technical term.
It's a technical.
Anyway, and then why not toss an Earth Rape in there just so that nobody can survive that? I thought that their team fight would have been very powerful.
10 seconds remaining.
Instead, the TA and the Weaver ran rampant. That game. The damage was unstoppable. So, in terms of like, what are you gonna do? You can't change your team fight. The team fight was fine in the last match.
It was.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was a little disappointing. I think it was a lack of coordination, if anything, and like possible communication breakdowns as well for Team Chibiusa. So they're going to be looking to counter this. But going right into...
Like, this is interesting. Look, we saw a very powerful Weaver by QQ last game,
and
but the two immediate bans by Team Chibiusa, they didn't even kind of take into consideration what they just saw. They didn't take out the TA. Maybe they're not expecting that to
Could
happen.
also be the fact that QQ might have a reputation with those two heroes. We possibly could see there may be a little bit of a knowledge base in the fact that, you know, hey guys, we've heard Team QQ plays an amazing Bat Rider, plays an amazing Darkseer. Let's get rid of them. It could be one of those issues that
they
could be
worse.
It could be even worse for them. So, you know, they may rather live with the Weaver, with the Lincoln Sphere, and doing all the damage that we saw by the Germanite attacks. But, you know, with that said, we're going to be going into our picks, and we do see a little bit of a variation for Team Chibiusa. They have decided to pick that Visage, and also Clockwork. Clockwork's been a very popular hero today, I've noticed.
Right?
And I think Clockwork, he hasn't been an outstanding kind of player, but he has been effective enough. You know, like we've seen a lot of good clean hook shots coming in there. Power cogs haven't been disastrous.
5 seconds remaining.
I've seen it more of an offensive ability rather than a defensive.
Sure.
Going into this on the bottom,
Lightsealer
now has been the decided second pick for Team QQ. And IO, Outworld Devourer, I mean, bans are bans, right? They are what they are. We are seeing the usual suspects that are being banned, and but Team QQ, I like the characters that they've picked. And we were talking about that combination between Bounty Hunter and Lifestealer. Now, maybe, who knows, a combination with Weaver and Lifestealer. Lifestealer going in the Weaver, Saguchiing in, boom, you know, pop goes the weasel, right?
And you're talking about even more damage.
10 seconds remaining.
A lot more, because of the compounded with the Saguchi, Germanite attack.
5 seconds remaining.
There with the slow and everything, like it really could prove favorable, but it's difficult to say. I mean, like, we see that in our light, but you know, they could have possibly a different idea, different strategy. But they're setting it up in such a way that they can have an off lane, they can have a jungler. And in terms of the tri-lane, I mean, their Weaver worked out fantastically for them last time. They played a really good job with that. So, interesting ban too for Team QQ. They've decided to remove the Alchemist out of this game, and now we're awaiting right now Team Chibiusa. Do you see any more typical bans being picked, or do you think what you were talking about in the beginning of this Captain's Mode pick, do you think we're going to see Team... Well, we're seeing Neek's Assassin.
I'm wondering when Shadow Demon's going to make an appearance. Shadow Demon's very popular. Hasn't been picked or anything.
No,
so, like, when I'm looking and I'm seeing this potential tri-lane with the Visage right now, and wondering who can go in and well, obviously not a Shadow Demon. That would be silly times. But I don't know. Maybe what about a Kunkka? See some more Kunkka action. That could be fun. Kunkka cannon all the way. But you know, I'm not quite sure. The Rubik is going to get taken out because Rubik is a real pest. But
he's been a real pest, but I haven't seen him like really being a game changer.
10 seconds remaining.
He has good telekinesis, but in terms of like spell steals and big
5 seconds remaining.
I haven't seen too much of that. I mean, and even just I don't know. I haven't seen it worked out too well.
Reserve time.
If you look back on Team Taylor Swift, they had picked Rubik a couple of times. Never really worked out for them too well. Even the spells that you're stealing, was Ogre Magi. I couldn't get a multicast. I couldn't buy a multicast if you wanted to. So we're just waiting on the third pick right now by Team Chibiusa. The fourth ban on the left-hand side of your screen right there, we do see Naga Siren. It's kind of interesting. They're banning some of the heroes they picked, I think.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's really like
Radiant team
pick to contend with. They should be worried about damage dealers, and already 2 very heavy damage dealers are in there. Now there's a tri-lane if ever I saw one, right?
Yeah, picking that Bane, I kind of sit on the fence of like how Bane can be. I find that he doesn't really scale that well. Like he's a very positional kind of hero, but in terms of like later game,
oh, no.
You know, with the pedo fingers,
pedo fingers,
the alt,
Ten
you know,
seconds
pedo
remaining.
fingers is Fiend's Grip.
Fiend's Grip, and
but the hands that come reaching up from underneath,
5
and they're grabbing
seconds
and they're
remaining.
pulling. So
I don't think it really scales that well. Like unless Team Chibiusa capitalizes on
Reserve
it.
time.
But Lifestealer, once he gets up to like, what is it, like 25 minutes into the game, he has the Enrage. I don't know what Bane can really do to stop that mess.
There's like Bane locks because it's channeled, right? And it's very powerful channeled ability because it locks another 4v4s, right? But when you've got so much damage potential after the Weaver we just saw, and I can only imagine what this Lifestealer is going to be like.
Yeah.
So locking up one of your own heroes to go against that. Oh, and a Jakiro
Dire
will have
team
a
pick.
very easy stun against this Bane, right?
Ice Path.
So yeah, just aim it towards the Bane. You know you're going to pick someone up, and a Luna is going to come in. Anyway,
Yeah,
Radiant
these
team
picks by Team
pick.
Chibiusa I'm a little concerned about because Luna, she is so squish early in the goings of this game. Like the name of the game right now is Luna. If she doesn't get this far, she's doomed. Like
Yeah.
I really don't see this working out very well for Team Chibiusa. I'm absolutely not calling it, but it's just these kind of picks. Everything possible has to go very well for Team Chibiusa because with this Weaver and the Lifestealer, like that's going to spell a disaster.
10
if it doesn't,
seconds remaining.
Plus the Jakiro, the Macro Pyre, the Ice Path.
Yeah,
I mean,
5 seconds
That's-
remaining.
I wonder if they might try to follow up like a disruptor or something and lock them into an area.
Reserve
and then just
time.
Absolutely incinerate through that with the Macropyre. Macropyre does such tremendous area damage if you're able to trap them in, and I wouldn't. That wouldn't surprise me. With what I've seen from Q and what I've heard of it. Oh my goodness! In a puck, one of the
Dire team
ultimate
banned.
in-skilled heroes. If you're able to use him and you're able to abuse with him, just this team fight, which I don't think QQ had a distinctly powerful team fight last game compared to what Chibiusa had. But now,
10 seconds
we're
remaining.
really seeing a team fight start to emerge that is just going to
5 seconds
very,
remaining.
very problematic.
It's going to be very problematic. I like the puck pick because of the fact that that Dream Coil and the silence.
Reserve
if Puck's
time.
played really well, if you have the Illusory Orb with a Blank Dagger and with the Phase Shift, Puck is very, very difficult to get a handle on. And plus, she can
Radiant
disrupt
team
so many
banned.
fights. And I think the real killer about all this puck pick is the silence. And if you couple that with the Ice Path by the Jakiro, I mean, gosh, man, Team Chibiusa, I really would like to see their next pick.
10 seconds
it's gonna be a
remaining.
make or break. I mean, it's not to say
they
that
need
the
more
picks that
damage.
I
5
absolutely
seconds
think they
remaining.
need more
What are they
damage.
gonna do? Who are they gonna grab for that
Well-
damage? That is gonna have some more survivability.
Reserve time.
This is, in my opinion, I think that setting your team up for an effective team fight is one of the most challenging things
Yeah.
to do. And in the last game, I think Chibiusa had team fights in the bag,
They totally
and they
did.
still got dominated
They
by a
did.
ganking team. So now we're seeing the reversal and the more challenging goal, which is team fights. We have a beautiful team fight lineup right now by QQ. So this more challenging thing to do in some regards. I'm not talking about in every case, but more challenging to kind of set up an effective team fight. They're doing that, and with the playmanship that we saw last game,
Yeah.
I think that they are going to succeed at the more like rewarding of the goals. And Chibiusa instead has this team of kind of early game tri-laning
Dire
advantage.
team pick.
I don't know if it's going to spell an advantage for them.
It's going to be a domino game though, because like if Team Chibiusa gets a couple of kills, especially if it's Luna and she gets that BKB, I mean, like, then yeah, they're in really good shape. But as the game goes on, though, it's
really good
Lifestealer though. Like the Lifestealer and Weaver combination with Puck. Puck is just going to be a real pain in the ass to contend with in the entire game, which is level 6. So look at the banning. Just looking at the final
team
bans.
pick.
Team Chibiusa. Well, we'll get to the final pick in a second, but Crystal Maiden and TA, the final 2 bans. I like the Crystal Maiden ban, actually. It was a pretty wise choice by Team Chibiusa to ban, because now Team QQ, I think, is looking for somebody where they can get a support in there to isolate and, to just get that nice stun or crowd control in some ways. Now, Team Chibiusa, for whatever reason, they've decided to go for the Elder Titan again. The player who did play them did a fantastic job casting that Astral Spirit. I think,
5 seconds remaining.
Just needs to work on that Echo Stop. I mean, we got to see that a little bit. Way more stops. We saw a lot of
reserve time.
Crepes.
Rapes. Okay.
Rapes,
Don't
yes.
butcher this. Don't make it into a pastry. It's not a pastry. It's a rapistry. Okay.
10 seconds
so,
remaining.
We're gonna see some Earth rapes.
So I think there's potential here. Yes, I think there is potential here. But look at this. Love this pick right now by Team QQ. Timbersaw is, I think, one of the most effective heroes in the game. Has that ability to do the Spider-Man through the woods. And really, what I love about Timbersaw too is the Chakram is such an amazing ult. It's especially like in the early goings of the game, especially if you're going against heroes like Luna and Bane. They're kind of squishy, I think, in the early goings. So.
Well, anyway, let's take a peek right now at our Radiant side and the heroes that we're looking at. Misha is again going to look after the Elder Titan, and Dima is going to be our Uber carry from the Luna. I think a lot is being put on her head, and all QQ has to do is shut down the Luna, and they're going to have a bad time. So JNT is going to look after Visage one more time, and the standing clockwork method is going bot right now. So he's going to solo bot. We've got the Luna as well as the Bane. Oh, Bane, I didn't say. Fabuloso is going to look after the Bane. And they're tri-laning right now. So that experience that Luna desperately needs is going to be split into the tri-lane. I mean, this is the most logical of the tri-lanes, I think.
Yeah.
But it's still unfortunate that the experience is going to be divvied up in that way when she is...
30 seconds
Am I
to
not wrong
battle.
to say that she is like their one...
I had a terrarium once, rather like this.
Well,
except with mice.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
a
In terms of
chameleon.
carry, I mean, like
But
everybody
the
else is kind of there to like,
possibilities for
mitigate
combat
damage
were much the
to
same.
set Luna up for kills. With that said, we can turn quickly just to Team QQ. Weaver's going to be played once again by the Chinese characters. I can't do justice and try to figure out what that is. Whatever's going to be playing Jakiro. Bai Xiaowu is going to be playing Puck. Ju Xiaowu is going to be playing Lifestealer. And Zai Bao Yu is going to be playing Timbersaw. And right now, just looking at Timbersaw, he is eyeing that haste rune, and we are 5 seconds into this match already. Creeps are out of the bases, and now we are going what could possibly be the final game of this tournament for Gotta Go Fast, or Dota tournament. I am ESC Devo, and alongside with me is ESC Trevor99. Going into the top lane right now, we do see a little bit of trouble. Nightmare being casted on Timbersaw. Now, no Timbersaw. He is very, very durable, and Timbersaw activating that haste rune, he's going to make his way down by that into the river, backing off for the time being. And right now, Team QQ playing an aggressive stance with that Jakiro, Lifestealer, and Visage Bane, and Luna for that tri-lane and that dire side. So on the bottom, mid lane right now, if we can just, we got to pause.
Oh no, we got a DC, so we're just going to take a minute for that
Screen
DC.
froze.
To bring it back here. Timbersaw, look at, he hasn't even picked an ability yet, right? He's just kind of...
See, now that I think, to me, that's a sign of a good player, because he's looking at, like, who am I leaning against? What do I need? How do I need to respond to that? I mean, that's a sign of a good player. And right now, if you're Timbersaw, what would you go? What would be your first pick? Do you want to go for your
I would get my
Spidey
ult
arms?
first.
You'd get your... Really, right?
Just save it till 6 and first... That would be so troll. I want to try that sometime. Pick someone who's epic with an ult and then just wait it out and pick an ult first. Anyway, whatever. I don't know. Maybe Spider-Man, just because he's being a pest right now.
So we're just restarting it.
Are you going to restart the whole game?
No, restarting his computer.
Yeah,
okay, so right now one of our admins just came and told us that we have a little bit of a crash, and that player is going to be restarting his game. But just talking about this, Timber Chain is probably good, but if you're a tri-lane, would you also want to maybe consider reactive armor?
Right? Yeah.
I mean, that makes you pretty beef.
It does.
That's beefy.
It does make you beefy, but I don't know. Let's wait it out and see. We got a ping going bot right now because the Clockwork has trapped. How does Clockwork do this?
Oh, click on his item. Click on stand and dot method. Probably don't know. I have no idea.
I don't like not knowing things, but what does he do here?
Could be
using the trees.
Power cogs?
How did he get him in there?
He power cogged them into the thing, and then he uses the trees to funnel them.
That's brilliant.
You see those trees, that pathing?
Yeah.
And he's stalling the wave like that, so they have to fight the tower.
Wow. That's brilliant.
You could do a similar strat with the Ancients, where you can push the Ancients in the lane, and then have your wave attack the Ancients. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, but it would take a ton of mana. It would take a ton of
Well, he just
time.
runs here, he puts a ward near the Ancients, and then you power cog at the right time, and it pushes the Ancients past the trees. Like, it doesn't hit the trees, they actually glitch and go past the trees.
Wow.
When done at the right time, then you'll have the
You can farm the
reinforcement
Ancients
there.
at level 1.
Wow.
That's amazing. And that's like extra experience, right? Because the ancients, they give more
More gold,
XP.
more experience.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And you're
Level
pushing their wave to the tower too, so you kind of deny them.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see how this is gonna turn out. We got Lifestealer. Where is Lifestealer right now? Just chilling in the jungle, and he's gonna try and as effectively as he can fire him up with his little quelling blade action over there. But we're still waiting on this puck. So puck is mid right now. So
I'm really curious to see what's going to be happening between Timbersaw here and
wait and see,
Visage.
right? I think a couple smacks, but I don't think anything too substantial. I mean, Visage can't do very much, and there was no reaction at all from either of the other tri-leading partners, right? So Luna just kind of chilled in lane. She went, for her
Lunar Blessing,
push.
yeah, there's no surprise right there.
Yeah.
Alright, looks like Puck is back now. It's reconnecting
Good.
into the game, so we can get our match back underway. And it seems like, well, we know Elder Titan's ready. He's ready to go. And yeah, you know what I'd like to? This was our first wave, right? Look at Luna. She's 3-0 right now. That's basically one wave.
Efficiency.
That is efficiency. Every little bit of gold counts, especially if you're Luna. So with that said, we are back underway, and yeah, Luna's going to go for a perfect wave. Good for her. It's just hitting level 2 right now. And we do have an established tri-lane. I like the fact that they have put Timbersaw in the off lane right now on the Radiant side, and it looks as though Timbersaw has decided to go for Spidey, the Spidey arms. I'm pretty sure if you can just chain, what was it, Timber chain?
He took a lot of damage.
Yeah, he did.
Right?
Yeah, he did take a lot of damage, and now he's just eating those trees and rejuvenating his health, getting back up to 100%. Or at least close to, and it's kind of interesting, like the way the lanes are set up. Right now we do see this puck going against Elder Titan. Now I'm not surprised actually to see Elder Titan in the mid lane, phase shift being casted there by Puck, but she might have some difficulty establishing some type of foothold. So, but really I think the most important part for Puck right now is to get that level 6, because it's going to give them that extra advantage in terms of the team fight with that Dream Coil.
I think all they need is time. They just have to play the waiting game, right, and hold on long enough. And I wouldn't expect that to be a very much of a problem at all for QQ. But if they're able to hold on, Lifestealer and Weaver become unstoppable, they will outcarry this Luna. So let's see what happens. And I'm kind of worried, like Luna and her glaives bouncing back and forth is great and all, but let's look at the team fight situation. When an Earthquake comes in here from the Elder Titan, then there's not going to be, the glaive is going to be impeded by that. So I'm just wondering about the choice of an Elder Titan compared to the choice of perhaps another hero that would have been better able to trap everyone together and allow glaives to become really, really kind of overpowered. So we've got a couple smacks there going off on this Elder Titan versus this Puck, trying just to be pesty to one another. But let's look, like the last hits right now are being dominated by this Weaver, actually.
Yeah, Weaver's really being left alone. Clockwork is doing his little trick that one of our admins was discussing a moment ago with those power cogs, but still, looking at Clockwork, he is yet to hit a single creep. By the looks of it, he's still level 1. And that's not good if you're on the dire side.
All he's trying to do is shut down the Weaver right now.
But he's not shutting down the Weaver if you consider the fact he's
Weaver's up
600 gold right now, and he's one of the top leaders right now in terms of last hits. So he is getting that farm, and that's also providing an easy opportunity for this tri-lane. Well, it's not exactly a tri-lane. There's a lane in the bottom anyways to run efficiently well right now. If you consider Jakiro, he is stacking the neutral camp area. There's Luna picking up the Tranquil Boots, but really whatever's doing a pretty good job stacking the creeps and getting farm that he needs. And really, I don't understand, like, I like to see, I do understand what's going on, but I mean, that Clockwork needs to get more experience than he is instead of just funneling those creeps in. I mean, sure, it's working, you know, to a degree, and it's fun to watch, I guess, you know, like to see the strategy trying to come to fruition. But really, we're almost 5 minutes into the match, and he's yet to have really any experience. So it's putting him in a disadvantage, I think, to a degree. Just going near that top rune area right now, it's Timbersaw being chased there by that Elder Titan. And Elder Titan actually does have an advantage here. This could be a first blood, and it is. Nice play there by Elder Titan, activating that haste rune as well. So Timbersaw was caught out of position right there, and that allowed him to get a nice early kill. A much-needed kill right now if you are TCH. Chibiusa is in a do-or-die scenario. Weaver casting that Gemini attack. Also, the Ice Path being casted as well. And this lane is really being forced up right now. Jakiro and Weaver really doing some damage. Just off to the left-hand side, though, right there, we do see that Elder Titan once again going to work. And now it's Lifestealer who's being pursued. And Lifestealer does have some speed, a little bit more so than Elder Titan. So he's going to be able to get away for at least the time being. But really, this bottom lane is being dominated by Weaver and Jakiro. And Clockwork finally getting some experience, and I think he is now level 2. Which is a little bit better than level 1.
Exactly right. He's slowly starting to get in the game, but I don't know. He was out for a while. It wasn't enough to cost him a life because he was so squishy, but he's still in a position that I don't think is too encouraging because he spent so much time trying to do those blocks. Instead, right now we're looking mid, and we're seeing a ton.
Dream Coil. Nice play. Very, very nice play.
Just out of there. Puck, such a sneaky guy. So able to trap in a little bit of an overextension there by the Elder Titan, and being able to Dream Coil him so close to the tower and phase out, or rather not phase, he was illusory orbed out, didn't he, right? So that was long enough that the Titan was taking too many towers.
And it was a great Dream Coil too, because it locked him in on that tower. So if he had decided to move, he would have taken the damage and then compounded by the tower attacks. I don't think he would have been made it out of range. So I think he got a little overzealous, a little overconfident, a little whatever you want to call it, and it just didn't work out to him. His favor. Now, one thing, you know, we were talking about, this game for Chibiusa is going to rest on Luna, and right now, Luna is farming very well, actually. She does have 35 last hits, and Timbersaw is just really passively collecting experience right now, but not as much as Luna if you factor in Timbersaw is level 3, almost level 4, and whereas Luna is almost level 6. And once she does hit that level 6, then she's going to have that Eclipse, and it could spell very serious trouble right now for Team QQ. Meanwhile, Jakiro activating an invisibility rune. Not too sure if he's going to be able to pull something out of his hat with this to set up some type of kill possibly on that Clockwork on the bottom. Now Clockwork is level 4. Weaver moving on up though, just about to hit level 7. Jakiro making his way, possibly trying to get that Ice Path, but I think Clockwork knows something is up and he's going to go back into cogging those creeps into the woods strategy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Just playing it safe, right? Trying to, as much as possible, play it safe so that he's taking that farm away from the Weaver. But Weaver is doing fine. That's what I'm not understanding. I mean, Weaver would be doing better, I guess, otherwise. But let's check mid for a moment. Uh-oh, Elder Titan in a serious situation. He's not going to escape out of this. Look at that. Bam.
Nice.
Puck snags another kill. And there wasn't even an Ice Path there, and there totally could have been. So,
no need.
Yeah, no need. And that's the most frightening thing, I think, when you know that somebody else says, nah, I don't need to use all my abilities on you. I got you. You're in the bag. Being in the bag is probably one of the worst.
See, now this is, I think this is really not a good thing for Elder Titan to let up a couple of these kills right now on Puck, because Puck is one of those heroes. She does get that gold, you're in big time trouble. I actually felt that there was a little bit of an advantage for the early goings of this game that Elder Titan had over Puck because of that astral, what's it called? Avatar. And now it just seems to be turning against this Elder Titan, and now he's actually he's behind 8.
He is. He really is. I mean, check out. Wait, this is Spirit. Yeah. So Puck, I find, to hell with levels, but Puck, when Puck is able to accumulate the items and the utility, because I mean, it's basically like a natural or a blink dagger, a built-in blink dagger with the illusory orb. That does damage, so she has, there's so much utility that can be gained from her, and if she's got the money, she doesn't run away with levels, but she does run away kind of with money, and what she can do by shooting in there, and then
it's the blink dagger. There's a Dream Coil right now. Elder Titan is in all sorts of trouble. Lifestealer has joined in on this mix, but look at the TPs. Good response here by Team TCH. They're moving right in, and they're turning this fight against Team QQ, and they get a kill. Phase shift by Puck. Puck is going to be on a killing spree, but I don't think it's going to be enough. She is in a little bit of trouble. Illusory Orb, but is she going to be able to TP out? Yes! She just got out of there. Jakiro now taking all sorts of damage. Luna's in Jakiro's face. That tower doing a lot of damage. One more hit on Jakiro! And no, not today. Whatever's backing out. Barely escaping the grips of death. Luna was just aching to get some blood. Getting some kills right there. 12 HP for Jakiro. Nice play there.
That was the best wand I've ever seen.
That was close. Very close. Meanwhile, killing spree on Puck was broken. She was... No, it wasn't broken.
No,
she lived. She did survive. She reorbed out of there, and it was a real nice play. And look at the money. Cash money, baby. It's coming in. She's TPing back in there. Just going right back to work. She's going to be working most likely to get that Blink Dagger in the early goings of this match. Lifestealer, he wants a taste. He's going in. There's the Rupture on Bane. Bane in all sorts of trouble. There's the Silence as well. And Bane, easy kill for a dominating kill streak for Puck. And now she's going to go to work on that tower, baby. And it is all systems go. QQ is really running away with the show in the mid lane. Meanwhile, top lane, we do see this Timbersaw still working away. Luna taking a little bit of damage. It looks like, what is it? Timbersaw now is level 5, almost level 6. I'd like to see that Chakram come into action. That definitely will change the goings of this game, the pace of this game. But right now, the lanes are being dominated by Team QQ in mid lane, at least. Elder Titan did have some advantage that has completely evaporated. And there we go. Timber Chain being casted there. Now Timbersaw taking a little too much, moving a little too much forward. Visage picking up a kill there quite easily, actually, with 4 of Team TCH. One thing I can say out of sheer observation from the first match, Team TCH, I think they're communicating a little bit better. They're backing each other up a little bit more, and you're seeing those TPs following up. They're not letting Team QQ get any easy ones yet.
No. And because they're TPing in so quickly like that, a Bane, any team fight where you're, or any group fight where you're in and a Bane is on your side and you don't have the numbers to contend with him, there's a 3v2 there, and Bane is able to lock up one of those heroes, so that really puts down that team fight. So we just noticed that Bane was able to take out the Lifestealer, actually. Lifestealer was in the river area and got taken down.
He got swept down.
Very nice.
He was
Structures
right?
are
His life
fortified.
was swept downstream. Oh, and there it is.
There's the Chakram.
Oh, so very powerful. So much damage. And so little mana, right? That's what he is. He's just a mana tank.
They're talking about mana tank. He's just picking up those mana boots right now. So that's exactly what he needs. It's what he wants. Team QQ is biding their time. Still, like we were talking about a moment ago, Team TCH is really responding to the attacks by Team QQ, not letting any kind of momentum being built up here. So really the game is sort of even Steven, but in terms of carries, we do see Luna is on the top. Weaver also is on the top, and Weaver really has been farming quite quietly the entire time. Does have that perseverance as one of the key ingredients for the Lincoln Sphere, so he's just moving on up. Does have a must-have item, and look at this, they are closing in on this Weaver in a little bit of trouble, trying to back off. Bane casting that Nightmare. Jakiro's doesn't look like he's going to be able to get away. Germanite attack being casted there by Weaver as well, but it is lights out for Jakiro. That is going to be a killing spree for Visage, and that's exactly what you want of your Visage. He's picking up a couple of kills, getting some steam there. Meanwhile, just a couple of moments ago, we saw Blink Dagger being purchased by that Puck, and that's a scary Puck now. I'm worried.
Puck has incredible mobility. We got a TP and then fast on this Puck.
This
Puck
is good.
Is now transferring to the bottom lane and going to reinforce this Weaver, who is pretty beefy right now. We've got a hook
shot
incoming. Oh no, Weaver is locked up. There's gonna be no security. But
time lapse.
Oh my goodness gracious! A Dream Coil is in there. This is gonna turn the team fight definitely in favor of. Wow! Look at TCH is just melting underneath this, needing to run away as QQ.
Almost got a kill there on that Lifestealer too.
Oh, and a
Puck again! Triple kill! Oh my god.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, wow. Like I said, man, Puck is one deadly adversary to go against. Once you have that Blink Dagger, the phase shift, she can blink, zap everywhere with that Illusory Orb. It's scary times of your TCH, and they cannot let that happen anymore. They have to figure out a way to shut down that Puck. Some type of counter, some type of focus. Right now, Bane just ending that Puck's wicked 6 streak, and that's exactly what the Doctor ordered, because Puck is getting carried away.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate kind of death there, but oh well, that's part of how it goes. Puck probably would have been able to escape that, but Not this time, not this time. But we see some definitive pushing. None of the QQ's towers have gone down, although there's quite an assault going off in the middle tower. No kind of ganging up on them, but it is in there. It's not taking any more damage now. But just the 1 tower advantage right now in favor of QQ. So this Weaver just he's for my own comfort.
TCH has to put a slowdown on this guy right now, and I think TCH was trying to do that. They did get a kill on him, or no, they didn't. They almost did successfully, but thanks to time lapse, he was able to thwart death quite skillfully,
quite elegantly. Yes. No, see, I don't think that he's going to be in position. Yeah,
he's just chilling. He's bait.
Weaver is soon going to be in a position to kind of step out of his lane and become a real destructioneer, but not yet. Not until we see these team fights evolve. Look at this assault now. Zero is again reinforcing the Weavers. They're going to try and assault this top tower.
Here comes a hook shot.
But the hook shot, yeah.
Here comes Weaver scooching out of there.
Wards are down.
Oh,
but
nice.
Was able to sneak out of that one.
Puck, meanwhile, getting another kill on Elder Titan. Elder Titan, this is not exactly what you want to do, but he's gone down once again, just in terms of kills and deaths.
ES, look at that. ES was in there. Yeah. Sorry, that Lifestealer was in there. So we've got a double purchase of smoke. They know that in order to get the advantage in on QQ right now, they need to be stealthy. They need to be invisible. The Chakra Armor is just annoying this Luna. And Luna's trying to farm as much as possible.
Going after that BKB. It's exactly what she wants.
She's doing relatively well with her Gremlin.
I think so.
Drum combination.
Yep. She's getting farm. She's getting farm.
But they just need to turn that around and turn it into ganks, but no indication that that's going to happen. Instead, a lot of pressure is going off on the bottom tower, and a little bit of a gang up here on the Timber Saw. They know that as Bane comes in with the Fiend's Grip, that Luna will be able to support that and finish any kind of hero off that they can catch off guard. So looking for that, but Timber Saw is hugging the tower, just staying really safe right now. He's kind of a distraction. He's a he's just being kind of a sneaky guy to allocate or divide.
I really think the Timber Saw Puck combination is going to be really good, because if Puck can get that Dream Coil and then Chakram comes in there by Timber Saw, I think that could prove disastrous.
And just for kicks,
TCH.
Let's have a Macro Pyre in there.
And throw a Macro Pyre in there as well.
Then add in the Weaver Lifestealer DPS. I don't know. This team fight seems very powerful.
I think it's going to scale very well for Team QQ as the longer this game goes on. But again, the ace up their sleeve for Team TCH is this free farming Luna right now, who's getting what she needs. She's getting that BKB.
Personally, I don't think she'll be able to shut. She alone can shut down this team. The QQ already has an advantage, so I don't know. It's a scary business. Let's see what they're able to pull off.
It's Halloween scary.
Oh, it's Halloween terrifying. I wonder if they're gonna re-release the that Halloween game from last year.
I bet they will. Oh yeah, that was
Dire, whatever it's called.
They were giving a yeah.
Lifestealer able to take down Luna. Luna was not.
Oh, double kill going on there right now. Lifestealer is actually getting a couple of kills. Could possibly be working into a triple kill. Elder Titan taking quite a bit of damage, but there is Visage to back him up, and there we go. Lifestealer being taken down as well. Puck is saying, hey, wait a minute, sir. We're not going to let you get away with this one. And now phase shifting out of there, trying to do whatever damage she can to Elder Titan and Visage, but now they are making a little bit of a retreat. Puck just holding the line, holding the fort down.
Yeah, I mean, check out, like, in terms of who are these expensive and valuable heroes. Weaver is just able to take down a tower there, absolutely no problem. Whittling down
he's really free farming.
I know, right?
He's just
hitting it home.
There's no... So, you gotta say, you have to manage your opponent's carries, and you're not managing this Weaver.
Look at him.
Weaver is almost sitting at a Lincoln Spear.
It's on its way.
20 minutes, not even 20 minutes into the game. That is some efficient farming.
It's very efficient farming, so you need to be scared of that. But with the towers that he's been able to take down,
you know what's going to come next. Deso.
Yeah,
I bet.
It's totally going to happen.
Once the Deso comes, it's over.
And Luna is working on her BKB. She did pick up the Mithril Hammer, but it's not even equipped on her yet, and still 700 gold away from grabbing that recipe. So she is susceptible.
Looking at net worth right now, you're looking at it like a 2,000 point. Advantage that Weaver has over Luna right now.
And on top of that, we've got Puck is there as well. being just as tanky. So we've got the smoke has been activated right now, but it's time to turn that into something. Look, the vision is indicating that there is an assault going mid. But no reinforcement. We've just got the two heroes. The Bane is there with the
Team
TCH
TCH has to respond to this. We
Oh,
were bigging them up
exactly.
early in the goings to this match. Puck does have a special friend inside, just waiting for shit to happen.
here it
And look
comes.
at this!
Oh my
Bane!
goodness, Bane just-
No contest right there. Now Clockwork's going to be going down. Jakiro getting that. Oh, there's the Earth Split right there. And Timbersaw coming in there with a Timber Chain. Elder Titan taking so much damage. He's gone down as well. Now Weaver looking to clean up this mess. His Visage taking a lot of damage. Luna also being taken out as well. That Timber Chain barely missing its mark. Will it be enough though? Puck gets the last hit on him. Or sorry, rather that was Weaver. And it is a team wipe for Team TCH. 16-10 is the lead. QQ. Oh,
I don't know
my
about you,
goodness.
Diva, my finger would be hovering over the GG right about now.
You think?
The G key for sure.
The GG
I don't
key?
know, an easy team wipe with very few losses. And certainly not the losses that really matter. I mean, Timbersaw going down is one thing, and Nuclear is another, but this Weaver is like
He's running away.
1,800 gold. Are you joking with
Yeah.
me right now?
Yeah,
So he's gonna flip top to try and shut down that.
He's going
little
for no
assault.
more towers, man.
Of
That's
course he is.
what
Why
he's all
not?
about.
Oh, okay. Well, we've got the reinforcements all coming in as the TPs are indicating a top assault against that final tier 1 tower. And I think they'll have the momentum to carry this like into a tier 2 even. Let's see what
Possibly
what
could do it, but it
response.
looks as though there is a response right now by Team TCH. We do see Clockwork and Bane moving their way up to that bottom tier, top tier 1 tower. And yeah, I got that one out. And Clockwork, Bane, and it's going to be Elder Titan. Jakiro in a little bit of trouble. He's getting caught in those cogs. There goes Timbersaw's Chakram. All sorts of trouble right now for that Clockwork. And Luna coming in with the Eclipse, but it's not going to be enough to do enough damage to take down that Timbersaw. Timbersaw actually does get a kill on that. Weaver goes down, and Timbersaw taking down that Clockwork, but Dreamcoil being casted there by that Puck. Macropyre also being casted, and the Familiars, Visage, everybody's taking damage from that one, but it looks as though Team TCH has QQ on the run, and now it is Jakiro getting smoked by that Earth Split. Astral Spirit in pursuit too of, who was it, Weaver. Buying back into the game, and now it's nice team fight. Finally going in the way, I think, for Team TCH, but it's not over. Look at this Weaver. He's just chowing down on this Visage, and then look at that. It's time. That Lincoln Sphere just does so much damage. Pretty easy kill there, picking up the scraps by leaving those Familiars behind by that Visage. So well played there by that buyback from Weaver.
For sure, he was in there so fast.
He picked it up. He got the sense, and he was in there and picked up a kill. Meanwhile, Luna does pick up that BKB, and look at this. Like it's this constant persistence right now that we're observing by Team QQ.
Yeah,
they are keeping the pressure on that top tier 1 tower, and Weaver is just having a go at him. Clockwork though, nice hook shot, but it is refused by that time lapse by Weaver. He's really playing a good, solid, strong game, and finally TCH is really trying to put a stop to this momentum. But Weaver, that aggravating assault that he just continuously does. Time lapse now, level 2. Links in there. Puck doing a lot of damage, getting that silence in. There's this ice pop by that Jakiro. Smokes him. Macropyre going down as well. Puck taking a lot of damage. Visage also taking damage. He's trying to run away. Sakuchi there, but casted by that Weaver, and he's going to go down. Nice Dream Coil casted there by Puck, and it's Clockwork. No contest right there. Mega kill streak by Weaver, getting yet another kill, folks. That is almost a team wipe for Team TCH. Sanjin Yasha being activated now, or picked up rather, by that Life Stealer. But, man, TCH, what do you do? How do you stop this constant assault?
I don't know. They're down by 10 kills. In terms of XP, they're down by 15,000. That's rather unfortunate. 14,000 in terms of gold. That tier 1 tower at the top went down, and now this tier 2 is definitely under an assault to the extent that it is not going to last much more than a couple of seconds. Here it comes. Weaver is sitting on 3,000 gold, so picking up that Deso is definitely a possibility in the next couple
In a stunning development,
Now he's going home.
switching
he's
bot,
going down
right?
to bottom lane.
Luna is bot trying to farm up, and that instantly gets denied as the Luna is, she TP'd out in mid. She's going to get trapped, though. Look at this flanking effect. Jakiro is ready to strike.
There's the ice path.
And the ice path just nails her, going in with a
hook shot.
Top her arm, but not going to happen.
BKB.
Whoa, BKB is shutting it down. We got a blast there on the Jakiro.
Oh, nice play there.
Pulverized by the